Hey, Jack Tucker here, Gold Fever Adventures. Today, we're going to be doing some dry washing. I'm here in my backyard, good old sunny Arizona. It's still mid-morning, mid-noon, whatever you want to call it. It's starting to get a little bit warm. Summer's on the horizon. It's almost here. Anyways, I had like 27 buckets of dirt. I ran them through a classifier, classified everything down, got them down to about a ½ inch. Now I'm going to run these through a dry washer. I think I got what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 buckets. So I'm gonna run through a dry washer and hopefully I got me some gold today. If you like gold, this is for you. Anyways, that's what I'm gonna be doing today. So hey, thanks for coming along, guys. And today we're just gonna be doing some dry washing. And I'll pan it out. Yeah.
Load up the truck, it's time to roll. The heart's so wild and a come and go. Chasing the goal, we're ready for the thrill. Bounce.
Well, I guess there was one bucket that wasn't classified. More reddish dirt too. I don't know where it came from. That was all of them. That ran fast. Okay, I need a gold pan. Okay. Whew. Whew, whew, whew. You get these little rocks and sand and stuff that gets down in there sometimes, and then it makes getting these trays off tough. That's why you like a screwdriver or something to stick up underneath that thing. Sometimes even a rock will work. Anything to get your hands up there. Okay. Okay, now as you can see, I put another plate up here. The reason I need more, look at all the fine stuff that's right there in the front. A lot of fine stuff. So the only thing that's going to fall through that plate is all my fine stuff. Because there's really no there's no plate back here, so all the material just falls directly onto my cloth here, and that can ruin that. So I don't like that. Dry washer works. There's a fan right there, and when the air comes up through there, it makes that fan spin, and that's what blows air up into the box. And then there's a counterweight on here, and that throws this thing out of balance. And that's what causes the shaking action, the vibration. This type of dry washer uses constant air, where a dry washer like this type, this has a bellows in it on the bottom. Same with this one here. It's a puffer style. So that one's got a bellows that puffs up and down. It generally runs by a 12-volt battery. Okay, that's a lot of material. I should run through a wet system, some wet thing, rather than pan all that out. Probably what I should do. Let me find some type of wet system to run this. A dry washer might not be the most efficient way to get gold, but when you're out in the desert and it's dry, it's probably the best way the fastest way anyways. You get better gold with wet than you do with air. Gold settles better in water than it does with air, put it that way. This is a switchback. I'm going to put this back together since last time I ran this. That one, and then I got this one here. Okay, and then that's going to go onto here. Amazing, I still remember how this went together. Huh? Okay, and then my pump is going to go into there. Okay, just like so. Now I need a battery. I need a 12-volt battery. I'll leave a space there or everything's just going to dump out onto the ground. I don't want that to happen. Okay. Get our motor out of the pump area. Looks like that's going to work okay. Okay. I need a scoop and thing probably wants to work better if it was neck down or classified down to maybe a 1/4 inch. This is 1/2 inch. Maybe even an 1/8 inch might work better too. But I guess that's all right. I guess a 1/4 will work. 1/4 inch will work. I did take this back grate off here because it seemed like it was always plugging up with the rocks and stuff, so it just seemed to run better without that on there. I did take this back grate off here because it seemed like it was always plugging up with the rocks and stuff, so it just seemed to run better without that on there. I need to get me some water. Maybe I'll use the pump afterwards to fill me up with some water. Okay, just like that. Let's do it this way. thought that was a piece of gold in there. Ooh, that would have been nice. But there is gold in there. I see it right there. See that? There's gold right there. I see that. It's a nice little piece right there. I don't know if you can see that. That's a nice little piece. That's a nice little piece. Nice little piece. Okay. And now you got a hole underneath here. It took me a while to learn that. There's a lot of black sand towards the bottom of this here. I don't want to see any gold down this bottom of this. That wouldn't be a good sign to see gold clear down there. That would not be a good sign if gold made it down that far. I would have liked to have seen all the gold up in the upper part. But let's see. Okay. Now I got to go pan it all out. Let's go out to the panning tub. There's a lot less to pan out running it through that wet system than if I would have had to pan all that. Probably would have been faster, but stand to lose a lot too as fast as I pan. As fast as I pan, stand to lose a lot. Okay, so I'm already down to the black sands. And you know what? I'm not seeing any gold. I'm not seeing any gold. Not seeing any gold. Oh, I saw some gold. There's gold. There's gold. Oh, yeah. See that? It's pretty. It's pretty gold. See that? It's not as much as I would have liked, but there's gold in there. There's gold in there. There is gold in there. That is gold. It's all a lot of fine gold too, but it is loaded with gold. Well, you saw how fast I ran through this material. I mean, I would cook through these buckets, so it's highly possible that there's gold that got blown out of here. Very possible. So I'm going to rerun all of this again because I know there's more gold in there. I'll have to rerun all of this here, but hey, at least I got some gold. At least I did get some gold. Some gold, some gold, some gold. Well, I don't think I got as much as I wanted. But as fast as I ran that, like I said, I know I got a lot more gold down there. Anyways, I just had to do something today, so I just figured I'd just blow through all these buckets that I had sitting here, test samples that I've just gotten all over the place just to see if I could get any gold. As you see, I got all types of dry washers to run, all types of wet systems, dry washers. I got the Gold Fox trommel sitting there. I could have ran this anywhere. The reason I didn't run the Gold Fox trommel is because I didn't need a trommel because everything was already classified. The trommel is my classifier, so if I would have left everything whole, I could have ran them through that there. But since it was already classified, that's why I ran through the dry washer. Anyways, I'm off to the next adventure. Thanks for coming along, guys, sharing on all these adventures. Please like, share, subscribe. Leave me a comment down below. So until our paths cross again, you guys all take care. Have a fantastic day. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Load up a truck, it's time to roll. With hearts so wild and a common goal. Chasing the goal, we're ready for the thrill. Through mountains and rivers, we'll climb every hill. With the sun on our backs, we take our stand, uncovering treasures buried in this land. This gold fever's got us running wild. In the heart of the land, we feel like a child. Adventures await in the great unknown. Together we chase dreams never alone. With metal detectors singing in the breeze, we dig for the fortune, uncovering keys. With a gold pan in hand, we sift through the dirt. Each little glimpse child. Adventures await in the great unknown. Together we chase dreams, never alone. While the firelights glow, our laughter rings as we dream of the riches tomorrow brings. This gold fever's got us running wild. In the heart of the land we feel like a child. Adventures await in the great unknown. Together we chase dreams, never alone. So here's to the nights beneath the stars. With our hearts full of dreams we'll go far. This gold fever's got us running wild. In the heart of the land we feel like a child. Adventures await in the great unknown. Together we chase dreams, never alone. Never alone. So here's to the nights beneath the stars. With our hearts full of dreams we'll go far.